Help! What if I want to do baby-led weaning, but my partner is not on board? In this video, I have 5 different strategies to help you get your partner on board with baby-led weaning if they're not feeling this whole self-feeding thing yet. And number 5 is pretty powerful. I really have not at this point found one family it doesn't work for, so stick around to the end for that one. Hi, I'm Katie Ferraro, baby-led weaning dietitian, college nutrition professor, and mom of 7, and I still struggled getting my husband, Charlie, on board with baby-led weaning. I remember with our youngest babies, our twins, Gus and Hannah, when they were starting solid foods, Charlie would come in the room and say, "Are you sure they can eat that?" And I was like, "Do you even know what I do for a living? Of course the babies can eat this." The first way to include your partner in the long run is to actually exclude them in the beginning. Hear me out. If you are the primary person who's responsible for feeding the baby, keep it that way for the first few days of baby-led weaning. Don't let anyone else in that feeding environment except you and the baby, because you need to get comfortable with watching your baby try new foods, and your baby needs to get comfortable with a few of these first foods as well. So do the first few days solo. Trust me, you'll be so much more confident once your baby has done a few foods, and then it's okay to invite dad or grandma or whoever in to observe. But don't make it a 3-ring circus at first. It is too stressful with all those people hovering around you, watching your baby, trying to learn how to eat. For sure, the biggest barrier to baby-led weaning for most people I know has been watching their babies gag on food. If you've been learning about baby-led weaning, then perhaps you already know that gagging is actually a good thing when your baby is learning how to eat. But I bet your partner is going to freak out the first time your baby gags on food. So here's how to deal with that. Watch videos of other babies gagging on food and recovering on their own before you try to tackle this with your own baby. So here's the deal. Babies who are 6 months of age plus demonstrating the other reliable signs of readiness to eat can recover from a gag on their own, and they do not need you to intervene. In fact, if you do try to intervene during a gag by lunging at or startling your baby, like what happens when someone scares you, right? You lean back, you suck in air, and guess what? You can cause that harmless gag to turn into a harmful choke for your baby. But watching videos of other babies gagging on food and then recovering on their own can give you the confidence in your baby's ability to do the same. Be sure to follow me here on YouTube for tons of great baby gagging content. If your partner is stressing about choking risk with baby-led weaning, here are some pointers. So gagging and choking, these are 2 totally different things. Gagging is a natural and necessary part of learning how to eat, and we do not intervene during a baby's gag because they can recover on their own. Choking, on the other hand, is a very rare but real risk, and choking, of course, does require intervention on your part. But here's the deal, and stress this one to the doubters. Research shows that there is no higher risk of your baby choking when you start solid food with a baby-led approach compared to traditional spoon feeding, but that's only true when the parents and the caregivers are educated about reducing choking risk. And so the one thing that you and your partner can do to get ready for baby-led weaning is to take an infant refresher CPR course. Now, I know you all did CPR before your baby was born, but that was like 6 months ago. And I don't know about you, but I can't even remember what I had for breakfast today, let alone the particulars of a CPR class that I took like 6 months ago. So there are some great online CPR options, and I'm gonna put a link to the online infant refresher CPR course that I recommend. I take it regularly too for work. That's gonna be in the description below the video. It's already pretty affordable, but then there's a discount code on top of that. We'll bring that price down even further if you need to or want to take online CPR. So get your CPR skills up to snuff so that you know what to do in the rare event of a choking incident with your baby. The next best way to get someone else on board with baby-led weaning, lean into their favorite foods. So quick story, with all 7 of our babies, my husband could not really care less about what the babies ate until it came to meat. Okay, not to be gender stereotypical, but he loves meat. Charlie's from Texas, he wishes we ate more meat, and so he gets so excited when the babies would tackle new meats. So I, as the primary caregiver and feeder, would pick the fatty cuts of meat that I knew work well for babies, and then he was in charge of cooking them to make nice, soft, shreddable strips of meat for the babies. I actually even caught him bragging on the phone one day to his boss about all of the different meats that his babies were eating with baby-led weaning. So this is kind of a similar trick that we use to get toddlers involved in baby-led weaning, because we know children are more likely to eat foods that they had a hand in helping to prepare. The same thing goes for husbands and partners. Get them some skin in the game by prepping their favorite foods for the baby to eat. Okay, when all else fails for convincing someone about baby-led weaning, lay it on thick by listing all of the benefits. So here are a few easy angles that you can try. First up, the "this is nothing new" approach. Baby-led weaning is a centuries-old natural approach to letting babies self-feed. This is nothing new. I mean, what do you think cave mama fed her cave baby back in the day before there was a whole aisle of baby food pouches at a grocery store to buy? Right? Parents have always offered modified versions of the same foods that the rest of the family eats. We just call it baby-led weaning now. But this is the natural way to feed a baby, plus it saves so much money not having to buy special baby foods. Or how about the safety stance? You know, research shows that babies who are at the highest risk of choking are actually those who have had the least amount of practice with finger foods. We've also got the research angle. A real and credible body of research supports baby-led weaning as a safe alternative to traditional spoon feeding. And we know that BLW babies, they don't have growth faltering. They can meet their nutrient needs from real foods. And if you want to read the baby-led weaning research, I'm going to link to an awesome review article that summarizes all of the research behind baby-led weaning, and that's in the video description below. So this is Amy Brown, and her review article gets so many baby-led weaning skeptics on board with this approach when they read her research. Now, what about food allergy benefits? With the baby-led weaning approach, your baby learns to eat real food. And recent updated guidelines point to early introduction of allergenic foods to help prevent food allergy. So with this approach, babies have the potential for lower food allergy risk when you introduce those foods early and often. And then, of course, the benefits of baby-led weaning extend to picky eating. You know, picky eating is really hard to research because it's all based on self-report. But with baby-led weaning, babies eat so many more foods than they do with traditional spoon feeding. And there's research to show that this approach can help reduce the risk of extreme picky eating. I mean, who doesn't want that? I have a ton more talking points about the benefits of baby-led weaning. If you want to learn more for yourself, or if you want to invite your partner to learn, I teach a free online workshop every week called Baby-Led Weaning for Beginners. Inside of this training, we go way more into depth into the research that supports baby-led weaning. Plus, I'll give you more instruction on how to do the first few days of BLW foods safely. I have so many families who take this training together. It's free. They bring their partner or their caregiver or their in-laws. Everyone is welcome to attend and to learn the benefits of the baby-led approach and how to do that safely. So you can sign up for this 1-hour free training at babyledweaning.co, or the link below this video will take you right to this week's workshop registration. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. I put out 2 new videos every week for you about baby-led weaning. I love helping you guys learn about this powerful approach to starting solid foods, and hit me up in the comments if you have any tips or tricks that worked for getting your BLW skeptic partner on board with baby-led weaning.